We've got baseball under the roof here at Rogers Center on a rainy day in Toronto. It's the first game in the month of June between the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Francisco Liriano will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, his last outing, Matt, he pitched into the 6th inning, but he just couldn't get out of it. Ran out of gas. I think early on he's strong in games, but in this particular ball game, what am I looking for? Can he get past the 6th and maybe carry this game through and get a W?
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. First pitch of the ball game misses here, and that's how we begin this 4-game weekend set. Harold, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
Man, I know they won their last game, and it looks like things are starting to turn, but they've really been struggling overall recently. I just hope that was the sign of things to come, that they've turned the tide and they'll start playing better ball.
Here it comes, 2-0. 3-0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. And another foul ball. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. The payoff pitch one more time. Now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to deep right field. Bautista is there to make the play, and Ellsbury becomes the first out of the ball game. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. HR, how do they go about trying to start out the month with a win?
Well, Matt, they've really been struggling the last 3 or 4 games to score runs. They haven't been able to execute a bunt. They haven't been hitting and running. They haven't been doing the little things that maybe might jump them. And the biggest thing, the power has disappeared. So they've struggled the last 3 or 4 games.
Here's Brett Gardner now. In his career against this pitcher, comes in with 6 hits in 16 tries. There's a fastball right over the inside corner, and set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Now, Summersgill's tough to figure out. He may get some complaints. You don't know what side of the bed he woke up on, and that's like his strike zone. He'll call one side of the plate and not the other. When you figure out what side he's calling, that's where you make your living.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Tulowitzki is there for it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Batting third, second baseman, Starlin Castro.
Here's Starlin Castro. First chance for him here in the top of the 1st with nobody on. First delivery to him on the way. Tough slider down low for a strike. Just getting started at the Rogers Center. Takes this the other way to right. In is Bautista, but this gets down a base hit. Also, that 2-out success means Gary Sanchez will get to hit here.
So the first 2 batters of the inning go out, and then the 3-hitter gets a base hit here, bringing up the middle of the order. This guy's got power. It could be 2-0 before you blink.
Now a look to first by Liriano, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. Now a swing and a fly ball. On the move is Batista. He's there, but oh, he clanks it off his glove. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball one. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch on 2-1. Swing and a line drive, and it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. Yanks leave 1. Yankees nothing. Blue Jays coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. CC Sabathia gets the call for game 1 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, as you can see, he's a tall drink of water out there, especially on the mound. That can really work to your advantage because you work on more of a downhill plane and you typically get more extension to the plate on your release. The key, though, is that he has to be out front with his release point or he'll be more likely to miss up in the zone.
Second baseman.
Striding into the box, Devin Travis, who comes in currently tied for 3rd in home runs on the team. Hit out towards second. And the throw by Castro takes care of him for the first out. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Harold?
I tell you, I thought long and hard about what the key was for them, and it comes down to one word: discipline. If they're disciplined at the plate, if they don't run into outs, and if they throw to the right bases, they got a chance to win this game.
Into the box now, Kevin Pillar. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
That's a ball.
Fastball too high to start him out here 1-0. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, Harold, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Well, I know they won their last game, but they've been struggling a lot lately, and so I'm not convinced with just the 1 win. Maybe that's the beginning of things, though. Maybe they'll put together a nice streak. They're a pretty good club, but I'm just a little bit too concerned how bad they've been struggling as of late.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. CC ready with the 2-1. Hit down the third base line, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this will be fouled away. Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Ready with another 2-2. And this is a strike 3 called. Oh, caught a break there. 2 away.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
In now, Josh Donaldson. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Now the first pitch from CC. Squared that one up just a little late. The 0-1 on its way. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Here it comes. Up in the zone for him, and he takes a called strike 2.
He might want that pitch back. Up and away, that's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
And a hard sinker there, chopped foul at home plate. Again, he sends it out of play. Here's another 1-2. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Nothing in the Toronto first. We'll go to the second from Rogers Center with no score. Here's big Aaron Judge. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Number 99, Aaron Judge.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a knee-high fastball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now. 0-2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. And I'm looking at Russell Martin behind the plate. A lot of teams win when he's behind the plate catching. He knows how to put down the right fingers. And on top of that, he can catch and throw.
Matt Holliday standing in now. He went deep in the contest last night. Into the windup and the pitch. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Down and away, ball 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. The 0-1 delivery. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
Be too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate. Sweeping slider, if it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
He's fallen behind now. 3-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. And this one misses for ball 4. And the Yankees get a base runner here with 2 away.
Batting 8th, third baseman, Chase Headley.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Chase Headley. Lifetime against this particular arm, 2 for 10. He's set. Here it comes. Drilled on the ground to short. Up with it now is Tulowitzki. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. We'll see the dangerous Jose Bautista when we come back. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Coming to the plate now, Jose Bautista. He brings a hit streak that currently sits at 6 games entering play.
Bautista.
First pitch on its way. Line to the right side. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Sabathia ready with the 0-1. And this one misses to Tulowitzki. It's a ball and a strike. Now here's the pitch. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now the 2-2 home from Sabathia. Hit on the ground to third. Headley's got it. On to first, and Tulowitzki grounds out here. 2 away.
Hey, not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Here's Kendrys Morales. Previous history with Sabathia, 4 for 15. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. Fastball hit on the ground is short. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Digging in, Chris Carter. And he'll start out their half of the 3rd. Top of the order to follow.
Chris Carter.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball just a bit up. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Here it comes on 1-1. Right over the middle, knee high.
I love how aggressive he is. He's just attacking the zone with the fastball. Here it is. Now he's at 1-2 count, and really he can go anywhere he wants now.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a two-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
And, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Looks like he was trying to bust him inside, and he might have held on to it just a little bit too long. Just like that, the leadoff man is aboard.
Striding in once again, Jacoby Ellsbury. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Good bite to the slider there as it's chopped foul at the plate. Strike one. Now the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at bat. It's 0-2 now.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. And this one's in the dirt. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's lifted the other way out to left. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
This is when you really know you're on a hot streak. When the ball falls in like that, you sit back and you just say,
left fielder,
I'll take it.
Brett Gardner.
In now, Brett Gardner.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
None out, runners at first and second. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up. One there. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
The batter, number 14, second baseman.
Digging in to try it again. Starlin Castro. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch is a cold strike. Throw. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
I think that steal attempt was all about trying to stay out of the inning-ending double play. But now there are 2 outs, so that makes getting that run home from third a lot more difficult. That's the risk you take.
A 1 pitch on its way. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Now that's that old school slider right there, trying to get in on his hands. We see that with a cutter a lot, but the slider's even more effective because you can't pick up the spin.
Third inning, no score to this point. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0. Russell Martin now. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch on its way. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. The windup and the 0-1. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up, Matt. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here. A solo shot for Russell Martin. 8th home run on the season for him. As the Jays get the game's first tally, it's 1-0.
Only the first hit of the night, but it was a big one. He absolutely punished that mistake, and you have to wonder if that will open the floodgates a little.
Batting 8th.
Here's Melvin Upton Jr. now.
Melvin Upton Jr.
As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 249 the average coming in. 5 homers and 19 driven in. Next pitch chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Hey, every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
Standing in now, Jared Saltalamacchia. As he'll come up empty that time on a sinker at strike one. One out, nobody on. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Now Sabathia's 1-1. The shift will be of little importance here as this is lifted in the air out to left field. There to take it is Gardner, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for the Blue Jays, second baseman, Devin Travis.
And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup and the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Sabathia into his motion. Here it is on 1-0. Grounded up the first baseline. Carter scoops it up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Jays off to a good start thanks to the solo shot. We're through 3 north of the border. It's now 1-0 Toronto. Digging in for his second at-bat, Gary Sanchez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pilar's there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Ready for another chance? Aaron Judge. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Swing and a little blooper to center. Travis onto the grass. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Matt Holliday.
Stepping in, Matt Holliday. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now the pitch. Boy, and good pop to the fastball there from Liriano. Strike 1.
That's one of those pitches you just float over the plate. 99% of the time the batter is taking at least the first pitch after 2 straight 1-pitch out, so you almost can underhand it up there.
And Holliday will not offer it that one. It's a ball and a strike. Here it comes. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Now here's the pitch. Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1.
This is one of those rare hitters counts we've seen in this game. They're just having a difficult time getting it going.
A dangerous changeup left high, but called for a strike. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. It remains 1-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kevin Pilar. He'll stand in now against CC Sabathia to get the inning started. Now the first pitch from CC. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Now the 1-0 from CC. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
That's 2 close pitches right there, and he just laid off him. I think he's sitting on one specific pitch, and he hasn't gotten it yet.
Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well out of here. A solo shot here to left. 4th home run for him on the season as the Blue Jays take a 2-0 advantage.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
Third baseman, number
Here's the
20,
third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Donaldson.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Donaldson awaiting the 1-0. And that one stayed up a little high.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch.
Hot shot on the ground to short. Gregorius is there. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Fielder number 19, Jose Bautista.
Digging in, Jose Bautista. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Looks at a sinker over the inside part of the plate. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Well, he clearly read the scouting report. This guy's been sizzling hot, and look at how careful he's been pitching him.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
He's really been good this game. Around the plate, throwing strikes, hasn't walked anybody. Right now he finds himself a little bit of a hole, but he can battle back.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2, Troy Tulowitzki.
So digging in now, Troy Tulowitzki. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Into the windup and the pitch.
Nope.
And that
Ball
misses
1.
for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. A run for the Jays on the solo homer. We're through 4. It's now 2-0 Toronto. So stepping in, Didi Gregorius. He'll do battle with Francisco Liriano to get the inning underway. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball that just misses inside. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Chase Headley.
Here's Chase Headley. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one stayed too low apparently. Here it comes. 1-0. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
That was a pretty good pitch on a pitch he doesn't throw very often, or I should say hasn't used in this game, that's for sure. That was a good pitch.
And the pitch. Inside and low. 2-1. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Chopped in front of home plate. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Settling in now, Chris Carter. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at bat. Into the windup and the pitch. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Tough one to lay off, called a strike.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the two-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Oh, the old CNI base hit. The changeup's down. The batter goes down to get it and still finds a hole to put it through. Good pitch. Better hitting.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here it comes, 1-0. That's wide, 2-0.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Two 2-0 count. Here it comes. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
He just took a fastball right down the middle, 2-0. He must have been sitting on a breaking pitch, because you don't take that unless you are.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. High in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. One left for the Yankees. They're down 2-0. Here's Kendrys Morales. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
For Toronto, first baseman, Kendrys Morales.
First pitch on its way. A fastball that just misses inside. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. A called strike over the outside corner. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Well, clearly that changeup the pitch before didn't fool him, because that fastball right there, he's right on it. He just couldn't put it in play.
Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
Seems like he's thrown everything at him, the kitchen sink, and he just fouled him off. So he tried to throw something right there and make him chase, and he didn't. So I don't know where he goes from here.
Oh, and he leaves another one over the plate, and this ball's driven to left. And for the 3rd time tonight, he has served up a home run. A solo shot here to left, number 10 for him on the year. And the Jays have moved out in front, 3-0.
Well, he clearly did not miss that one. He got everything behind it, drove it out of the ballpark. I think he was just looking for that pitch and didn't miss it.
double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Russell Martin now, as he'll take a look at ball one. He homered back in the third inning in this one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number one.
The left fielder, number 7.
Stepping
Melvin
into the box,
Upton
Melvin Upton Jr. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And now a pitch on the way. In there, strike one.
0-1.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. This is line to left, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
That's an impressive swing on a tough pitch, a sinker from a right-handed pitcher going into the right-handed batter, and he's able to get the bat head out and hit it in the left field. That was really cool.
Stepping up now, Jared Saltalamacchia. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Set to deliver the 0-1. And here's another ball well hit. This one to left field. The onslaught will continue as this is going to be another home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His first home run of the season, and the Blue Jays are running away with it here. It's now a 5-0 ball game.
Well, this game is definitely out of the norm from this guy. I mean, his ERA is in the 2s, and they're just hammering him all over the yard. That earned run average will be on the rise after this one.
Out of the Yankee dugout now is Joe Girardi as he'll head toward the mound. And he's going to make a move. That'll be all tonight for CC Sabathia. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Brian Mitchell is going to take over
now
here in inning number 5,
Yankees.
so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out.
Brian Mitchell. Now batting.
And that'll bring up the
Second
speedy
baseman.
Devin Travis as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. 3 runs already home here. Oh, good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Judge is on the move. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Center fielder number 11, Kevin Pillar.
Digging in and looking for more, Kevin Pillar. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gardner ranging back and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
Well, when you're hitting the ball as well as he is, every time you swing the bat, you're thinking the ball's leaving the ballpark. He had a home run last time, and he almost had another one here. Nothing wrong with a double off the wall, though.
Stepping in now, Josh Donaldson, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-0 delivery. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Chop foul wide of first. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error thus far for Toronto. This one's down to third. There to take it is Headley. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. 5 innings complete. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Yankees nothing. Here's Brett Gardner now. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game and he continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. 1-2, here it comes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, here's Gardner on his way to second. And the Yankees are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. 14. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Here's Starlin Castro. As he takes one in tight, had to scramble out of the way there. It's ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Here comes the 1-0. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Another 1-2 delivery. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Popped up. Donaldson is over. He's got it one away.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop out. Well executed pitch there.
Into the box now, Gary Sanchez, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Takes a knee-high fastball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 pitch. In the dirt. The throw will go to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Ripped toward the gap in right. And the run is in to score from third. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now working the edges, painting the corners, but he left this one right over the plate, and it cost him with an RBI extra base hit right there.
Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw.
Here's big Aaron Judge. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. No hits to this point. One and 0 pitch on the way. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two.
Well, clearly he's not sitting changeup with that swing. I like the early changeup. Now it sets up your fastball and all your other off-speed stuff, because now the changeup, anything's faster than that. He's got him off balance now.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter.
Ready once again, Matt Holliday. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. And this is taken outside for ball 1. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Popped high in the air. Donaldson is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Yankees 1. Ready for another chance? Jose Bautista. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
Jose Bautista.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
You know what? That ball's right down the middle. I think he was taking first pitch, just really trying to measure it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Nope.
Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hard liner to center field. Ellsbury patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's the 1-0 offering now to Tulowitzki. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive, but foul.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
The 1-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Into the box, Kendrys Morales. Hits this one hard the other way. Rwanda Carter gets him to retire the side. Blue Jays go down in order. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. 7th inning coming up with the Jays out in front as we give you a look at our game summary to this point. Joe Biagini is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 31, Joe Biagini.
Digging in to try it again, Didi Gregorius comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Gregorius.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Here's Tulowitzki at short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, third baseman, Chase Headley.
Digging in once again, Chase Headley. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Morales is over, and he tucks it away for the second out. Stepping in and ready for another shot,
Now
Chris
batting,
Carter. He singled his last time up.
Chris Carter.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. And this is going to be a foul ball. 7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. Back up the middle, and that'll get on past Tulowitzki. It's a base hit, so the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
We're just not used to seeing him get nothing but base hits, usually hitting the long ball. You look in that column, it says 2 hits. You're thinking they're extra base hits, but he'll take the singles.
Ready for another shot now, Jacoby Ellsbury. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. One strike home now to Ellsbury. And this is fouled at the plate. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs trying to get it right by him.
2 out with the man at first. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. Set to deal on 2-2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Payoff pitch one more time, and he's just going to make him throw as many pitches as he can as he fouls another one away, and it's still folded 3-2. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Man, as a pitcher, I can tell you that is so frustrating. He's got 2 outs and he wants to get that 3rd out as quickly and painlessly as possible. But that hitter makes him work his tail off and he still loses him.
Digging in and looking for more, Brett Gardner. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. Here's the first pitch to him. Soft liner toward first, but an easy play over at first to glove it, and the side is retired. Yanks strand a pair. They're down here 5-1. Russell Martin now. They'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Russell Martin.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one stayed too low, apparently. That's inside. 2-0.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
Well, now we're seeing the combination of the two-seamer and the cutter. That is a lethal combination because now he's taken away the ability of the hitter to sit on one direction of the pitch.
Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by Castro. And he's retired here, one away.
The left fielder, number 7, Melvin Upton Jr.
Here's Melvin Upton Jr. now. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch on its way. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Goodness. 0-2 now.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he's forced to protect with 2 strikes as he had to reach for that one to foul it away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
Jared Saltalamacchia will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. First offering on its way. Grounded to third. Played on the backhand. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Blue Jays on top 5-1. Aaron Loup will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far.
Aaron Loup.
Here's Starlin Castro. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Second baseman, Starlin Castro.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Falls behind in the count 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir. The Set, and the 2-1 pitch. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Just a bit low, ball 3.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Line toward right center. And this inning starts with a solid base hit.
Well, we've always known this guy was a good hitter. You knew he was going to come out of it eventually. Here's another multi-hit game. It's not one hit that gets you out of it, but the multi-hit game. Maybe this is the signs of things to come.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Gary Sanchez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Bautista has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Blue Jays trying to hold on here at the Rogers Center. They lead it here in the 8th as you get a look at the line score to this point in the contest. Striding in once again, Aaron Judge. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Counts 1-0.
A fastball down near the shoe tops. One 1-0 pitch on the way. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball, 1-1. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, now he's falling behind 3-1, and all the pitches have been down. He's trying to get that double play ball, but the strategy has to change now. Now he's got to throw a strike.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Hot shot to third. Donaldson's up with it to second for 1. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Striding into the box, Devin Travis. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
Devin Travis.
In there, and it's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
That's so difficult to hit. Hard fastball and a nasty curveball. You just have to sit on one or the other and hope he throws the one you're looking for.
And that misses 2-2.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
And he comes back with one down and in for ball 3. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Center fielder number 11, Kevin Pillar.
At the plate, Kevin Pillar. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. From the stretch. In the dirt here. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. Has a look. Now the pitch. Grounded to the right. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
Well, what a way to start the new month. He gets 3 hits here in the game. The first
20,
day of the month. You're feeling good about turning the chapter and moving into this month now.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Donaldson awaiting the 1-0. And that pitch catches the inside corner. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. First and second here with nobody out. Misses, ball 2. And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a flare hit toward right. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody
19,
out.
Jose Bautista.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. He's set and the pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Here's Castro for 1. On to Carter, and it's in time for a double play.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Adam Warren enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning.
Number 43, Adam Warren.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. The 1-0 delivery. Big tilt on the slider, gets a swing and a miss. Two outs here with a runner at third. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. A run on 2 hits here for Toronto. We've played 8 full. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Yankees 1. Start of the 9th in this one as we welcome you back inside and under the roof here at Rogers Center in Toronto. Matt Holliday standing in now. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hard hit toward the hole. A dive, and he knocks it down. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Here's Didi Gregorius. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now. The win would belong to Francisco Liriano should the lead hold up. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Ready on 1-2. Hard sinker misses 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit hard but foul. Another try at 2-2. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. Now another 2-2. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Grounded to first. Morales takes it in, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Chase Headley.
Stepping in, Chase Headley. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. He's set. Here it comes. And a great change of pace has him off balance. A swing and a miss.
Well, that's such a great pitch for the pitcher. It's so hard to lay off a changeup when you're looking for the fastball on the first pitch, and clearly he was looking fastball.
Ground ball right side. Travis fields it cleanly. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Blue Jays ball game is over.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
And tonight's comes to a conclusion. 6-1 the final. The Blue Jays get on the heels of 4 home runs. Francisco Liriano earns his 5th winner of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Blue Jays. 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base. For the Yankees, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. The winning pitcher is Francisco Liriano. His record is now 5-0. The loss, 3. Time of the ball game, 3 hours exactly. Tonight's paid attendance at the Rogers Center, 50,516. The Blue Jays thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.